In today's artwork, we're going to be doing a sand painting style drawing. So before you get upset that we are not using sand, don't worry. Later this year, we're going to be learning about mandalas and rangolis. And when we're learning about those, when you're doing this with me, then you'll get a chance to work with some sand in making a artwork using actual sand. But today we're going to be using colored pencils and pastels. So in Navajo artwork, usually there is a circular element to sand paintings. So you're going to get a round object like a plate or a bowl, and you're going to trace around that so that you have a round thing. So if it's not perfectly centered, that is okay. Mine's not perfectly centered. It will be okay. So these are typically meant to represent someone. Usually someone that you care about or that needs healing. So the elements that are drawn in this are going to usually be about someone that you care about. So think of someone you care about. It could be someone in your family, it could be a friend. And what I want you to do is around that circle, I want you to draw some things that remind you of that person. So in my case, I am drawing this for someone that likes the beach. So I'm drawing like a sandal. Once you draw that one object, this is going to have what we call radial symmetry, meaning that object is going to repeat. So if I drew it in one corner, I'm drawing it in all four corners. The awesome thing about radial symmetry is that if you can draw something once, you can draw it 4 times. And that one decision helps you cover more of your artwork. So make a decision and then draw that 4 times. We're going to do the same thing on these center places as well. Think of something that that person likes, that that person cares about, or it can just be an object that represents them. Draw that once, turn your paper, and we're going to draw that 4 times. On the inside, you can do a couple of things. We could repeat that radial symmetry on the inside of our circle. You can also just draw one large object as well. That is up to you. So, but we're trying to have this be about someone that you have a connection to. So, you can also use lines for your design as well. So, alright, once you have your design, we're going to give it some color. So, you know how to color with colored pencils. I don't need to tell you how to color with colored pencils. But I am going to show you some interesting different ways to use pastels than you might have ever done before. So, some cool things you can do with pastels, of course, are layering colors. So like I'm going to color this wolf white first. I'm putting my lightest color down first. And I'm going to layer over that with some brown. And that's lightening up that part in places. And I want mine to be a red wolf, so I'm going to give it a little bit of red. So you can do multiple colors. And just so you can really see what I'm going to use this for, I'm going to put some black in there. Now, one thing to keep in mind is if you do have some details that you absolutely want to be done very, very precisely, that could be something where you use a colored pencil. Like if I need to have eyes somewhere in this, I could use colored pencils to draw those in, or the nose. You can even draw over pastels. It's going to scratch some of that away, and that's okay. So we can layer with pastels. You know that now if you didn't already. But one of the cool things you can also do with pastels is you can add details. You can scratch in details. So from those layers, I can scratch in details, and now I can have some fur for that wolf that I was drawing. Similarly here, where I had my red, or actually I'll show you with this piece of corn. So I think it's helpful to do the lighter color first. So I'm going to do yellow. And then I'm going to put brown on top. So do the lighter of your two colors first. And then I'm going to do green for my leaves. And I'm going to do a darker green over top. Then what I can do with that, I'm going to zoom in, is I can take this tool and I can scrape away, and I can see the color underneath, so I can draw in details. You can also do this if you get color in a spot you don't like. You can also use this to scratch away some color. But this is a really cool way to add details. One thing to also keep in mind is that since I'm giving you colored pencils too, you can outline things with colored pencils. But I really like the pastels because they are so much brighter, so much more vibrant, like paint, but you can have a little bit more control. So try layering your colors, and I can't wait to see what you do.